जल्दी ले जाओ, जाओ जल्दी लेके जाओ। Good evening, everyone. Okay, shall we start? Perfect. Dear esteemed guests and participants, it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to this international webinar on the directory of open access journals and best practices in scholarly communications. The DOAJ is a well-known and respected online directory that indexes high-quality, peer-reviewed, open access journals from all over the world. The directory plays a vital role in promoting open access to scholarly publications and advancing scientific research. Today's webinar aims to explore the best practices in scholarly communication and how the DOAJ can support these practices. We have an excellent speaker who will share their expertise and insights on this important topic today. Through their presentations and discussions, we hope to gain a deeper understanding of how open access journals can benefit the scholarly community and how the DOAJ can help to facilitate this. We are also excited to have participants from various institutions and backgrounds join us today. Your participation and engagement will contribute to a lively and fruitful discussion. On behalf of the organizers, I would like to express our gratitude to the speakers, participants, and supporters who have made this event possible. We hope that today's webinar will inspire and inform us all as we continue to advance open access and improve scholarly communication practices. I'd like to invite Dr. Vrushali Dandwat. Let me introduce today's speaker. Dr. Vrushali Dandwat is the head librarian at AISSMS College of Engineering College in Pune, Maharashtra. She holds a PhD degree from Reva University in Bangalore, India, with her research focusing on open access e-resources development in Asia, a study. Dr. Vrushali has received recognition and accolades for her contributions to the field of library science. In 2014, she was awarded the ALCTS online course grant for library professionals from developing countries. Additionally, she achieved the distinction of winning the INASP Open Access Week competition in both 2015 and 2016. Her expertise and engagement in the international academic community led to her invitation to OpenCon 2017 in Berlin, Germany. Furthermore, she played an integral role as a member of the organizing committee for OpenCon 2018 held in Toronto, Canada. Dr. Vrushali's dedication to promoting open access as she serves an advisory committee member for Open Access Week in the years 2018 and 19. Her passion for advancing open access initiatives extended to her role as an advisory committee member of Open DOAR and as a conference committee member of the FORCE 2021 conference. Additionally, she actively serves as an ambassador of DOAJ, that is Directory of Open Access Journals in India. I'd like to invite you, ma'am, and kindly take over to the platform. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Muskan. So I'm audible? Yes, can somebody tell me? My voice is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'll just share my screen. Host has been disabled. Participant screen sharing. I'm not able to share my screen.
Can you try now?
Okay, yeah. Just, can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now I'm making it's broader, so it's in full screen now. It's visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So thank you once again for my introduction and Lokesh University for giving me opportunity. I think this is second time I am speaking with this university, and they are, they are. It's very nice. They are bringing lot of people around from India, from different states, and I can see some other teachers are there, and maybe some journals editors are there, some students and some librarians. So my presentations will be helpful for all of them. So I will just cover whatever part I can cover between the duration. She already introduced. So my overview of my presentation will be introduction of DOAJ. I will also take you on the live platform. Then why it is important to be indexed in DOAJ, basic criteria for inclusion, application process and the review process and rejection and help. So this first part of some slides will be helpful for the editors or journal publishers. They want to apply in our system to get their journal visible. So, and later part will be useful for the researchers, scholars, and I will also take you for the librarians. I'm covering the last part, what librarians can do in promotion of open access and scholarly communication. So first is the introduction. So about DOAJ, DOAJ means Directory of Open Access Journal. So a lot of open access journals are there, and people are publishing in open access platform. So first, open access means free of charge. You no need to pay any money or any fee to get access or get indexed. Suppose you are a researcher and you want to download any article, and if your library is not having that particular journal subscription available, that it's coming on the website. Okay, you pay $100, $150, then you can download article. So open access, it's not like that. Anybody can freely open the content. Anybody freely can use. Anybody can share. So like this type of journal, our Directory of Open Access Journals, they are indexing. So it's founded in 2003 with supporting of global open access community, and its non-profit service means nobody is paying to DOAJ to get their index in the directory. Means we are not getting any money from any editors and publishers to get index. Then the its visibility, what is the main aim? To raise profile, visibility of the journal, impact of open access journal. And there are some standards that open access journal first meet for the inclusion. So it's not like that if you apply, any editor is applying and the journal will be immediately indexed in DOAJ. It's not like that. It takes like 6 months, 8 months time. And it's so difficult process to get indexed your journal in DOAJ. And all this service is completely free of charge. There is no fee to applications or process. So right now, the status of worldwide coverage of DOAJ, that we are having 19,663 journals. Apart from that, 13,295 journals are without APC. So what is APC mean here? APC means those who are students and the researchers. So means sometimes you have to pay the 8,000, 10,000, 15,000 rupees to get your paper published in a particular journal. So such journals in DOAJ list I will show you when we are doing live demo. So some 13,000 journals, they are without APC, means they are not charging any fee. That is free of cost. You can just send your paper and it will immediately, it will get published after review, but it will you no need to pay. And the journal is from 130 countries. And sorry, but there might be little bit noise from my side because I am at my workplace. So that is 130 country and 80 languages are there, and almost 9 lakhs plus articles are available. Article record is there in the DOAJ database. So this is geographical spreads of journals in DOAJ like Europe, Asia, South America, Africa. You can see that lot of spaces DOAJ, different people from different countries, publishers are applying in DOAJ. So you can see the diagram. So I will speak about India because I am working as a director of open access journal for India. And right now from India, we have 336 journals indexed. So, you can see that number is very less, but even I am doing evaluation, like suppose 1000 people are applying, so like that only 5-10 people are getting index. So that inclusion rate is high and rejection rate is very high. So that's why that is the inclusion rate is low and rejection rate is high. So that's why this number is very limited. And 221 journals are without article publication charges from India in DOAJ. So status, who is looking for this, all these things, and who is working for DOAJ. So I'm ambassador for India. And also there are volunteer editors are there. So what these people are doing, so like what we are doing, so suppose any publisher is applying in our journal, we are evaluating the journal. I will show you the criteria. And if journals, complete with that criteria, then only we accept. So we also have volunteer editors, Sridhar, Vasan, Samapriya. So they are also working with us. And we have to report to our higher authorities who are sitting in USA, Netherlands, and like that. So we have a monthly meeting, and then we discuss, and then we see that the journal has to be accepted or rejected. So like that. So why it is important to get indexed in DOAJ? So, some journals, that is, if your journal is indexed in DOAJ, means you are meeting good publication standards, your visibility is increasing, because, some, if your journal in DOAJ, it's from India, but other country people also can see, other country people also can submit a paper. So that is visibility is increasing, and it attract more authors and readers around the world, as it is open access journal. So, people can download article immediately without not paying any money. So that can attract the author. Then you can get more citation. Then reputation of impact of your journal is increasing. Suppose you are saying, okay, my journal is in Scopus, my journal in DOAJ, my journal is in UGC. So like that is reputation, it is increasing. And that is a first step to inclusion in Scopus or Web of Science, because immediately if your journal is in DOAJ, so then 100% you will get, you can get the Scopus and Web of Science database. You can just get into that indexing system. Then I will share the basic criteria. So even though you are students or faculty, you also need to know that what are the basic criteria. And we follow the best practices and scholarly publication transparency. That is our guide. That is developed by OASPA, COPE, and WAME organization. So that is available on website. And the criteria means, suppose if you want to apply your journal, so this part is for editors and the publisher. If you want to apply your journal in DOAJ, that should be free. Then pay or pre-print version is allowed. Immediate access, the journal should be open immediately, no delay or embargo period, no registration requirement. Then open access statement to be written very clearly on DOAJ website. So that to be there. Then copyright. So what is copyright? Means suppose you are a publisher, you are an author of any journal. You know what we are doing? Suppose we are writing our paper. When we want to submit our papers, when we send to particular journal, and then journals are sending us a copyright form. What we are doing as an author, we are signing the document, and we are telling them, okay, this is my copyright, and then you can use it. So afterward, if my own journal is there, if my own article is there, and if I want to use it, then again I have to pay. Means whatever pain I have taken to written that article, I'm giving away all these things to the editors. So that's why DOAJ always say that article copyright should be taken by the authors only. So that is a CCBI copyright. So means author can hold the copyright. That work can be read, download, distribute, print, search, and free access to all. So that should be, we see that type of open licenses are there. Then we are publishing scholarly research. So at least 5 research articles per year should be available in that journal, because lot of journals we are checking right now, but our articles, like journal is publishing 1 or 2 article and they are applying to us. So that is not that then we are immediately rejecting. then that scholarly research area should be there. Suppose you can see, suppose lot of librarians are there, and you can see the librarians can publish in engineering journals, management journals, so all mixed things are there. So that we are not allowing. Means if library specific subject journal should be there. If it is MBA journal, then that should be dedicated to that MBA field only, engineering field only, or library science field only. So there should not a mixed matching of all articles that lot of people from different community are writing a paper and submitting to that journal. So that practice we are not allowing. Then any language. So it's not like that DOAJ indexed only English language journal. We have different language journals, even Japanese, Chinese, and like that. That's why we all ambassadors are here. Even Hindi journals, people are right now applying for the DOAJ. And that should be at least, at least 10 open access articles should be there before application. Then there should be dedicated homepage for the journals. Means like that, if any publisher, this I'm telling because when you are submitting your papers, so that time you also have to see all these things that journals should have their own website. Then articles should be downloaded. There should be ISSN number. No misleading metrics. Metrics means sometimes journals say that we have impact factor 4.5, 10 point like that, like blah blah blah. But sometimes that impact factor we are not cross checking. So that impact factor should not return on the journal. So that's why. Then there should not advertising. Right now we are visiting many social media sites or blogs or even some Facebook pages. We can see the pop-up ads. So like that, journals are also taking money from ads. So we are not taking that journals. So pop-ups ad should be not there on journal. Then secure website to be there. Then aim and scope, journals, open access policy, author charges. Suppose journals is not taking any charges from author, that has to be mentioned. Instructions to authors has to be mentioned. Means what are the guidelines, what type of instructions, how to write a paper, then contact detail, editor's board. Sometimes we go for the journal and suppose journal name is international journal in the material engineering or something like that. Editor, one editor is in India, one editor is in USA, one editor is in Turkey, and like that fake editors names are there. So we do what we do, we evaluate the editor's name, we contact the people. Are you really editor for this journals? Because sometimes as a researcher or as an author, what we do, we just see the name of journal. International journals means that journal should be a very good or like that. So don't go with the journal's name. I will also tell you how to find the correct journal to publish. So that we are checking. So this GOAJ is also checking. Then review process, we are looking what is the review, what type of people are going to review. Then plagiarism checking is there. Plagiarism checking is there or no. Then it's recommended. It's not required, but we are recommending right now. Then a review process to be there on journal website. So this 7 type of common peer review we are looking, that single blind, double blind, open peer review, third party peer review, post publication peer review. So this any type of review system to be there in the journal, then only we are accepting the journal. So whatever your questions are there, you can just put it or we can discuss later. Then licensing system, as I said, we are looking which are the license they are using. So miss, there is no charge to applying CC common licenses, but we are looking that who is holding copyright policy. Author is holding, or editor is holding, or journal is holding. So that we are looking. So, and we strict that author should know if they are submitting a paper in a journal, they should know that what type of license policy that journal is using. So you can see there are right now license policy. I don't know how many people you are aware or not aware, but these are the licenses commonly used by the people. And these are useful for you also. Suppose you are author, suppose you are writing any poetry, or you are writing any book, or you are writing, sometimes we write and we post it on social media, Facebook. Sometimes we post it on blog or something, but we don't, make a copyright of our work. So these are the Creative Commons licenses are there. So what is mean by CC by means I'm giving authority that, okay, my work is free, and suppose I wrote a one poem and I want to distribute poem. So I can put a CC BY license. So means suppose any music editor came and he want to make a song out of my poem, or if he want to use my poem in his drama or movie or something like that. So he no need to take my permission. So that is means I am using CC BY license. My permission is not needed. So other licenses CC by SA, CC by NC means other can distribute my work, but they have to acknowledge me. So means okay, you can use, no need to you can make a copy of my work, but you have to acknowledge me. And some license are non-commercial license. So means okay, you can use my work, but you cannot use for commercial purpose. Suppose my work, I have written one book, but you cannot make a movie, or you cannot make a story or something from my book. You can use my book for the study, for the university people, or for sharing with the students and the faculty, but I am not allowing any commercial. So then I will use CCBY NCND license. So this type of license are there. Lot of information is available on Creative Commons license website. So even you are author, even you are writing something or like that, and if you want to use license for your work, you can visit Creative Commons license website, and you can just copy paste this license and you can put this logo under your work. Then people will understand, okay, this work is copyrighted, this work is okay, we can use this work, we can share this work, or okay, this work is really non-commercial. So like that. So that is depend on author choice, what type of license they want to give. But if you are an editor, if you are a publisher, then you are taking money and you are, you are publishing and like that. Then we recommended for open access, the copyright should be held by author only, or researchers who are writing paper. So all copyright to be given to the authors only. So I already explained you. So copyright works. So we copyright policy. We're telling people, okay, put your copyright policy on journal website, and author agreement if it is there. Where you have to provide a link to the author agreement. So this part is for editors. I will just cover it. I think there are not 2-3 editors are there. So applying for the, so how to apply? There is a application form is there. DOAJ form is there. There is a new form that is designed to make a process easier and quicker. So if you are meeting all the standards of the DOAJ, then you are thinking your journal is ready, and then you are ready to go. Then you can apply from DOAJ side, and there is application form. You have to correct all these things: open access compliance, copyright, editor information, your business model, your best practices, and then you can submit. So we are also looking what is the digital preservation of your journal. So for those who are librarians and authors are here, I want to explain you this in detail. So what is a digital preservation? Suppose means I'm writing a paper. Suppose I'm writing a paper in one library science journal, and suppose that is okay, ILA bulletin. I have submitted my paper and my paper is accepted. Okay, now my paper is available on website. It is 2023. Suppose after 20 years, in 2053, I am applying for some principal post or director post, and I want to, give the links of my paper. And so after 20 years, if that journal name is not there, if journal is website is not there, then how I can show to the committee, okay, this is my paper. Okay, I can take a printout or like that. But that's why sometimes digital preservation is very mandatory, because sometimes if we want to access our own papers, or somebody want to access the paper. So that's why we are recommending digital preservation. And if not is there, then self-archiving also platform. So where people can self-archive their paper. Right now, repositories are coming up. Various librarians are making institutional repository open for the faculty and the students with the DSpace software. So librarians can make a repository system after embargo period. Embargo period means my article is published and I cannot make it open or publicly available after 1 year. Sometimes editors are telling me, okay, you can post your paper, but after 1 year. Till 1 year, you cannot post it. So like that, we have to see the policy of that particular publishers or the journal, and then we can archive our paper. Even we can submit our paper in the repository. Then there are ORCID IDs are coming up because somebody want to identify, like my name is Rushali Dandavate and somebody, another Rushali Dandavate is from computer engineering field. She is also writing a paper, and this case happened to me because I am also writing a paper. She is also writing a paper. But sometimes I am getting a message, are you author of this paper? So in that case, ORCID IDs are important. You know, in India, there are a lot of SSS Singhs are there, lot of same surnames are there. So then how you can identify which is a BK Singh, PK Singh, MK Singh, PP Singh, how you can identify who is the original author of this work. So that's why every researchers and the teachers, I know there are a lot of faculties are here, they have to make their ORCID ID, they have to register for the ORCID platform, and they will get a unique ID. They will get a unique ID. So then they can use that ID in publishing the paper. Then you can identify correct person who is the correct author of this paper. So right now journals are asking your ORCID ID. A lot of journals now started asking your ORCID ID. If you don't have your ORCID ID, just please go after my session, go on the ORCID website, visit website, see, make ORCID ID. It's very like, it's like a 20 or 30-minute process. It's not take much time. Then you can add your work, and then you will get your own identity, like Aadhaar card. We have Aadhaar card right now, you know, like we are getting Aadhaar number, and we can identify that, okay, this particular Aadhaar number means she is a Rushali or like that. So that's why we are following ORCID IDs right now. Then open citation standards, that is also we are looking. So this type of review process is there. Publisher applying, then journals is coming to team like ambassadors and editors. Then we are writing our evaluation, our remarks on the journals. Okay, and then we are giving our final decisions, and then we are giving feedbacks to the publishers and editors. This journal has to be accept or reject. So like that. Okay. So right now DOJ statistics is 10,000 applications are there. Acceptance rates, as I said, 35% only acceptance rates. And review time is average 3 months, below 3 months, because we don't have here have that paid staff. Even my ambassador work is a volunteer work. So I'm volunteer work. I'm not getting any money or like that for this job. So like we have volunteer editors. So whenever we are getting time, when we are free from our work, then we give some time for DOAJ, and then we work, and then we evaluate the journals. So that's why it's taking a time. And then volunteers are there, like 120 volunteers are there right now working for DOAJ in their free time. So this type of things. So I as I said, why journals are not getting accepted. So I already mentioned the reason. Not open access journals, then not research content, then URL is not there, licensing information is not there, incorrect information, the process is not there, any missing information from website. So like that, then if these things are there, then immediately we reject the journal. So this part was for editors. There is a help available. So there is a guide for applications, and then you can just drop mail to the DOAJ help desk. Now I will take you to the DOAJ website. So I will show you how to go, and then we will go back on the scholarly communication thing. Just tell me, can you see the my screen? Because right now I'm taking you to the DOAJ website. Can you see?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Yeah. And if any questions from this presentation, means from 2 slides I have said, you just can drop in a chat box or you can ask me later. So this is the DOJ website, doj.org. It's simple. Those who have not yet visited to website, I'll just say after my session or whenever you are free, you can just visit the website, and whatever statistics I have shown, I have taken from here only. Suppose then it is very simple. And if you want to search the journal, suppose you want to search journal on science and technology, you have to just type a topic engineering, because science and technology that subject is new. Okay, suppose I want to search a journal in engineering. So you can see I will get a 2,287 journals are there. And so you can see these are the journals. So directly I can just click here. I can go to the journal website from here. Okay. And you can see the journal is also indexed in Scopus. So I can get whatever information from here. Another thing what I can do. Now I got a result that there are, okay, from engineering, there are 287 journals are there, but I don't want to pay any fees. So I will click here without fees. So without fees means without paying any money, where I can publish my paper. So now, result has been come down. That is 1,210 journals are there. So in these journals, you can see there are no charges. Okay. And as I said, author doesn't retain all rights, author retain rights and like that. So all information is there. So we are not saying that, okay, you cannot keep your rights commercial publish. So whatever copyrights are there, so that you just follow. Then I want to see that I want to publish an engineer journal, but now I want to publish a country. I want to see only Indian journals. So then I will just go drop down menu. I'm not in India here. Yeah. So as I said, India only 10 journals are indexed, because I said only 336 journals are there in DOAJ from India. So now this 10 journal from India, which are not charging any publication fee. So I can see their website. And I can see this journal is in open access from 2000 C. It is not having any this one. And what is the subjects are there? Memory devices, microelectronics subjects are there. And then I can just go on the journal website and I can submit my paper. So like these things you can do as a author, or as a researchers you want to see. Now you want to see you don't want to see the journal, you want particular article. Okay, you are writing a research paper and you want the article, some article. Suppose you want to article on, suppose like I will just say open access Asia. So these topics I have written. So you can see review article, whatever Asia name was there, that it will come. So investment in Asia. So open access journal preservation is not there. So automatically I can just click it here and I can just read article online. Now I want to search an article on any subject. Suppose material science. Okay, I will see just material world. So I have got a result that is 3,40,928 articles are there. So it is showing lot of journals. It's not showing key all Indian journals, but it is showing, see, meteorology indicator measurement. So whatever subject wise journals or particular search journals article that is coming up. And you can just read your article from here. Okay, you can just read online also, or you can just go on the journal and you can just read from that article also. So this is help for the faculty and the student. So search is there by journal search and other search. Then about DOAJ, that information is there. So DOAJ mission, what is their policy, there is partnerships and other things. Then this is DOHS 20. Then what is the timeline, and our blogs are coming here. Then team. So like I said, these are our head. So we have to report to these people because we are working under them. Is whatever journals we are evaluating, we have to send a feedback to them. So basically I work under Tom. So I have to give feedback to him, whatever journals I'm doing or any my issues. And then we are the ambassador from different countries. You can see from Pakistan, Japan, South Korea, and our information is there. China, and like I'm from India, South Korea. So what is our ambassador role? So that, evaluate the journals, then like taking education programs or like that, making people's this one. And there is also volunteers. So these are the some volunteers. As I said, there are volunteers who are working for DOJ in their free time. So these are the some volunteers are there. So this information is there. Then on DOJ website, there is a one more tag is there, that is public data dump. Suppose you want to see, suppose you are doing any particular research and you want to see that journals, then you can just click here and journal metadata, exportable version of journal metadata. If you click here, automatically one Excel file will be downloaded. And you can use this Excel file for your search, or if you want to find any journal, or you can just, when the journal is accepted, rejected, or if you want to see journals are not charging APC without APC. So like that, policy wise, you can see the journals. Even you can category, see, you can see there are the subject categories are there. You can just filter things and you can get the download data. So this is full metadata available on DOAJ website also. But if you want to see by keyword, so by keyword also, suppose you want to filter this data and you want to search by health sciences journal only, or you want some academic libraries. Suppose I'm doing research work on academic libraries. So there is a practical academic librarianship, that one journal is there in DOAJ, so I can get information from here. So like this also you can do. So this public data dump file is there. And there are the widgets are there. Suppose you want to include DOAJ search window to your website, because those who are librarians here, you have to just copy this script and you have to paste this script in your HTML pages, your website HTML pages. And this type of search window will be available. So from your website, you can include DOAJ search window, which I have done for my library. I will show you. So this is for librarian. I'm taking the extra things because I saw a lot of librarians are there. So you can, copy that things and immediately DOAJ search window will come. See, if you see, you can see here is the search in there. So if your students are searching here also, and if they search, it will take them to the DOAJ website. So what is the use of this search window? You can use this search window under open access resources, because I have a lot of tabs here, but I have given different source, which are the free open access resources available for the students and the faculty. So in that field, you can type the search window. You can make available search window, and it's free of cost. It's under widget documentation, under widgets, and you have to just type this, copy and paste this code in your HTML page, and then your search box will become. Okay, so this is the thing is there. Then these are some frequently, then this is the application form for this who want to apply in DOAJ. There is application form. This is the guide for applying, how to apply, what are the fees and like that. So whenever, if you are an editor, see this guide, follow each and every step. I'm damn sure that your journal will not reject it. But if people are not applying all these criteria, people are just just application, doing application before saying anything. So that's why this is problem. Then transparency and the best practices, as I said, I already said what are the best practices and what is the publications and the access, author fees. So all we are finding. So all best practices and these things already written here, licensings and the copyright information is there. And also DOAJ has come with the DOAJ toolkit. I will tell them to. Okay. Transparency and the open access journal toolkit now recently DO has launched, and they have given, so it can be available. So DOAJ also posting in a news, different news are coming in the blog. So what is our things are going, and so see, this is the open access journals toolkit available. So for the editors and the researchers, so if they want to publish, so running a journal, indexing a journal, policies, infrastructure. So everything they can just get information from here. So everything has been given. Everything has been given on DOAJ website. For the users, for the researchers and the faculty and the students, you can use these two platforms. Search platform, you can search by journals and articles. For the editors, they have to use this application form, guide for applying. And for librarians, these are for you to use widgets and public data dump file, and you just make aware of your students and the faculty. So right now we are coming in 20 years of DOAJ is going on. So information is coming like this. So I hope you understand this part. Then I will go for the next part of our presentation. So this is clear, or shall we, you want to ask question here, or we will take question answer later on? I don't know, till this time it's clear. Okay, thank you. Okay. So because I cannot see your charts and all this thing, na? Okay. So now we will go for the next parts. That is the next part of our session. That is the scholarly communication. So what is scholarly communication? Scholarly communication is the system where through research and scholarly writing has been created, evaluated, quality is disseminated. Hello.
Madam.
Yeah.
Madam, myself, Dr. Gnaneshwar. I want to know with the keywords, if I want to search this article similar to an X topic, in the DOJ, how to search that kind of articles? Please.
So I'll show you now from the search window.
Okay.
Yeah, from this year, from the articles.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you want to search particular journal, suppose you are from medical science, you want to search particular journal, then you have to click on a journals.
Okay.
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 So, so this is a scholarly communication. So, scholarly writing is created, evaluated, disseminated to the scholarly community. So, what is scholarly community means? This is the community of researchers, academic writings, and lot of public research is coming up, government research and scientific research. So that has been taken as a scholarly communication, and that has to be preserved for the future use. So what is the scholarly communication life cycle? So phase one, that is a data collection. As a librarian, what we are doing, we are collecting our data, or librarian means as an author, what we are doing first when we are writing our paper. So So we collect our data, then we do research and analysis, and then phase two, now we have the raw data available. Then what we do, we just try to write in a particular format, and then faculty writing place or Creative Commons. So we write in a format, and then after our writing is ready, then we send for the publication. We send to the journal, we send to the conference or international conference, and then they are telling, okay, your journal is not up to mark, your paper is not up to mark, so that is rejected, or your paper is accepted, or like that. So that is selected work. So what journals are doing, they are selected works they are publishing. It's not predatory journal. Predatory journals means, journals who is publishing anything. Just they are taking money and publishing anything. It's not like that. But scholarly journals, which are very good journals, so they publish scholarly work. And then later on, that work has to be preserved, archived. Like I was telling you, after 10 years, if I want to see my own paper, which is published on any websites, if that journal is not available, then what I can do as author? Because that publisher is not there, he stopped his journal, and then that paper is not available, I cannot convince to the community or like that. So that's right. Like I will just tell you example. Yesterday, day before yesterday, one faculty request me. He want paper published in 1969, and he was doing research, and he want that paper. And then we search a lot for that paper. Then because we have the system, and that was a paper published in Elsewhere journal. That is Elsewhere some journal, and Science Direct paper was there. Then we searched, we was not getting, and as we have backdated 20 years files only, then that paper was now there. And later on, I got that paper on Sci-Hub, and that is also one page. But that, somehow that paper is not available, and now, it's like incomplete thing, and like that particular researcher want that paper only. But then I was not able to provide him. So after, right now, like after 100 years, if I'm publishing any paper, and if somebody want to access my research, author can get citation after his death also. It's not like that, okay, he's dead and his paper cannot be cited. It's not like that. So then that things are problems. So archive is major thing. So this type of communication life cycle is there. First we collect data, then we write a paper, we author a paper, then we publish a paper, and then we send for preservation and archive. So this is scholarly communication, and I will tell you how it is happening. Okay. So, and what we can do for this scholarly communication as an author or as a librarian. See, we are author at one side, and one side there are the publisher, one side there are the libraries. So I think all people are here in this meeting, so we all can relate to it ourselves. Suppose authors are writing paper, and as I said, we are signing over our copyright and we are giving to the publisher free of cost. What publishers are doing? Publisher are publishing the journals, publisher are publishing papers, and they are taking money from the authors also. Sometimes author journals are charging us a fee, pay 10,000, 20,000, and then we will publish your paper. Then they are taking money from the scholars to publish their paper, and combine journals and the database, they are selling to the libraries in the lakhs rupees. Suppose in my library, I'm spending 30 lakh rupees for the access of the various database. So libraries, again, they are purchasing database and journals from the publishers. So, and who is providing access? Universities and institution is providing access. So this is the scholarly communication cycle is happening. So why, because why this is happening, why we have to pay the money? Because there is a lot of disciplines are increased, and now we have the API scores and the for promotions. There is no pro filterings and like that. So what are the solutions? So that's why for open access scholarly communication crisis. So open access is a major solution to stop these things, and how we can make publicly information available to the users. So how you can participate in open access as a researchers by two routes, that is a gold route and green route. So I will tell you that is which is the gold route and green route. So green route, so means you publish your paper in selected journal as normal. When your paper is accepted, you can just, you can submit a copy in repositories. Then metadata of your article will be taken by Google, and then anyone can find your paper via Google. So which are the archiving policies? Self-archive you can do through Sherpa Romeo website. Most of the publishers allow that accepted version in the repository. You can reposit your paper. And if your library is having, institutional repository, like we have, we are archiving faculty publications in this, our repository. So like that you can do. And publisher typically allow with embargo period, that 6 months, 2 year. Embargo period means that is ban period. So means after 6 months, you can submit in the repository or in your institute, or you can share with the ResearchGate and like that. So you see that embargo period, and then this is the green route you can follow. The next route is gold route. So identify that open access journal, send your paper. When your paper is accepted, either you pay APC charges. It's not like that DOAJ is not publishing the indexing journal who are charging APC, because some journals, they also need money. They also need money to publish their, to maintain their websites and other things. So that's why some journals are charging APC. Then another, as a researchers, you can just see the journals like I show you, which journals are not taking any money. Plus your paper is available in open access. So you are two-way benefited from this. And you can follow this gold route. You can publish your paper in Director of Open Access Journals, Open Access Journal, or any open access journals. Why I'm saying DOAJ? Because that is, authentic source. So that's why. So, so what is this? So why open access? So I will show you, this is the example. Suppose this paper, this author has been written a paper in 2000. He wrote one paper in closed access. He wrote one paper in open access. So what happened during the time period, his paper visibility hasn't increased. Means he is getting more and more citation, which paper was free available for all. So he got a lot of citation, and his open access available in open access. So his citations got increased. So visibility, increase visibility of your work. Suppose I'm doing open access research in, like, my topic is, open access Asia. I will give my own example. 2 years back, 2021, I was already involved in DOJ things, and from 2016. So I thought, why should not I do this PhD in same subject only, open access Asia or like that? Because I was having that ambassador network and I can get the data. So in 2021, I did my PhD degree in open access Asia. I published 2 papers during PhD time, that open access scenario in Afghanistan and overall Western Asia and like that. And you will be surprised that after my publication of paper, I started getting invitation from international boards and international panels that, okay, your work is in open access Asia is very good, and we came across to your study and like that. And can you give our, panel? Can you visit our panel? Can you involve in our study or like that? So what happened? Because that is increasing of visibility of my work. So it's not like that you will get only citations. Your visibility will increase, and you will get invitations, you will get invited in the panel. So like that. So that is also important. Then open access, you can compliance with mandates. Sometimes research, you are getting funding for your research, but there is a clause. If we are giving you funding, then your prediction or your research or your output should be published in open access format only. So that's why you need open access. So it's compliance with the funding. So what are the best practices in scholarly communication? That is the adoption of collection development policy. So this is for librarian. So you develop your collection, so that can be helpful for the students, faculties, and the teacher. Then development of a tool for the researchers. So how their research can be impact in the supporting system. Then development or hosting local publishing platforms. Suppose, like as I said, DOAJ is also indexing journals which are available in local language, but they need some people to evaluate the journal. So that's why we are the ambassadors and we are helping them. So like that, we lot of open local journals are there, but scholarly communications best practices that we help them to publish in local language. Then utilization of fair use means we have to use, promote, access, then research and instruction. So fair has to be there. Then we have to educate our authors on their IPR rights, because sometimes authors are not aware. Right now that is even in the NAC and NBA that IPR webinars and the trainings are mandatory. So these are the some best practices that we have to give the education to the authors. Then advocacy of open scholarship, compliance with these mandates, and main development and management of repositories, that librarian has to develop a repositories, and purpose of collecting and discovery of institutional research output. Because if you're not creating any repositories, then how you can showcase what your institute is doing or what your college or your university is doing. So these are some toolkits. So I have given here, I already show you the toolkits of open access journal. And this is the toolkit. For the LibGuides, for the scholarly communication. Let me just go to this. I hope this should be open. Yeah. So this is very good toolkit for this everyone. That is the collected is made by the Association of College and Research Libraries. So you can see there is a scholarly publication, copyright and access to research, diversity and inclusion. So all information review is there. So what is how to use this toolkit? So all lot of information is available on this toolkit. So these are very good resources, because we cannot cover everything in our session. So I have given example of this toolkit, so you can use later on. And as I said, we are public open access, that is OASPA, that is Scholarly Publication Association. DOJ, OASPA, WAME, that the COPE, and they came together and they have made best practice guide. So I already, this is the best practices in scholarly publication. So I already mentioned that website should be there, journal name, peer review process, ownerships and content, then governing body, copyright policy, author fees. So everything to be written in a particular format. So then publication ethics, publication schedule, access. So everything they have written, archiving, archive already I have covered. So what things they can use. So this they have given. So, and this is the open access publishing tool. I want to take you to this platform. So how to identify correct open access journal? Because as a part of scholarly communication publishing and scholarly communication practice, you have to see these things. I will just play a one small video for you. I don't know you will able to listen it or no, or I will tell organizer to play from their end, at their end. So this is a website. So this short video will guide you how to find a suitable journal or a suitable article for your paper. So this is the website thinkchecksubmit.org. So this is when you are free. I don't know you are able to listen the sound from that video. But if you're when you're free, there is they have the guidelines given. So what are the criteria? How to be aware from the questionable publication. So that is also will be helpful for you to identify a correct journal. So now this is the last part of my session. So how librarians can promote scholarly communication practices, because I think we will give 5 or 10 minutes for the question answer. So because a lot of librarians are here, I am also librarian. So what you can do, you can configure open access resources in the discovery search. Like as I already show you my college website and like that, and you have to make popularize open access resources. So like you can make people aware what are open access resources, because every time we cannot spend money, every time management is not going to pay us, because okay, right now budgets are shrinking, so we have to depend on search. So you can give the open access books and the journals, that a lot of things are there, lot of links are there. Due to time limit we cannot go each and every link, so we can use open access books, open access journals. It's not like that openly DOAJ. Elsewhere is also having some open access journal. Hindavi is having open biology, Springer Open, Wiley. So a lot of open access journals are there, but only how to search, trust the journals which are with the some guidelines which I have shared with you. Then open access repositories are there, core repository is there, NTLB is there. So even our Shodh Ganga is there. That is for you how to make aware to your research scholars and the students and the faculty. Okay, these are the repositories and these are you can use for your studies. So this you can do. Then specific search engine, because lot of people, so if you want to search research data, then you can search by a Google dataset engine, Harvard Dataverse or Mendy data. Then if you want to, if your students want to search the dissertation and thesis, then they can go on Open Door or NTLB search. Or if they want to search patent, then US patent full text database is there, Google patent search is there, Canadian patent website is there. So that is lot of things are there, but people are not aware. So as a librarian, you have to make aware to the students and the faculty, okay, these are open access resources which you can have a look. So this is there. Then remote access, as you can provide with different easy proxy, open Athens and cloud-based services. So a lot of things are there. Now Sid Bodlek, that is open research that is made by Implement people. Most of people from Gujarat only, so they know Implement. They doing lot of things in open remote access and other platform. Even Shodh Ganga is they are making open for all. So information literacy and the reference services, that is IL classes, so they can give workshops, online tools, subject plus open source tools. So all this information, first librarian has to evaluate, they have to use, they should know. Then because if you are sharing information and if you yourself is not aware what is used, how to use, so then you cannot tell people. So first you use, at least go on the website, see what you can use, what you can tell your students and faculty. So you can include all these things in information literacy program. Then reference management tools like Mendeley is there, Zotero is there, ZBIB is there, EndNote Web is there. So other tools that you can use. So this reference management tools, people are not aware how to use this tool and how to use this platform. So you can use this Mendeley and other platform. So that is, if you cover this, then that this lecture will be very lengthy, and we need different platform for this Mendeley and other thing. So Zotero, Mendeley is there. So different tools are there. So librarian can learn and they can educate their users how to use this tool. Reference desk is there, print sources, online services, online chat tools are there. Even you can include chat on your website, like ask a librarian feature or chatbot. If you I'm also not aware, I have take help from my computer or IT department. Okay, I just told them, ma'am, I want chatbot for my library website. So if somebody students, then they help me. Because you cannot expert in all the field, but you can demand, and you can identify the correct sort. Okay, which department which can help us. As a librarian, you are not, we were not from computer background and like that, but you can always ask for your department and faculties and like that. So you will get help. So where to publish, you can tell people, like, as I said, where to publish, how to find it, impact factors and like that. So as I already shared, finding a good journal for the publish. There is elsewhere journal finder tool, Scope journalist, that journal finder tool is there. So if you publish, if you put your title name and your abstract, that will show you, different journal name where your journal can be published. Then you can select the journal and then you can send your paper. And it will also show you, okay, what is the acceptance rate, how much time is required. So that is where journal finder tool is there, like same Wiley journal finding tool. So different journal finder tools are there. So you can just search this Scopus journal list, you can download, you can make it available on your college website, UGC care list. First librarian and everybody has to be made account on UGC care website. So then you can come to know which journals are indexed in UGC care, which journals are removed. Librarian should aware, okay, this is the UGC care journals, and what is the next step, or we can tell your faculty, okay, go. Like we had a conference last month in our college, last two months back. So I was in that committee. So what these people used to tell me, ma'am, just find this journal and tell us, okay, this is good for our conference paper or not. So I just used to evaluate the journals and I used to tell, okay, no, sir, don't go for this journal. The journal is fake and this journal is. So what we did, we downloaded all Scopus source list, and then we were finding the journals. Some journals was, banned by Scopus in like December last year only. So then we removed that journal. So like that, this type of help as a librarian you can offer to your faculty and the students. Then open access publication. I already said you that gold open access, hybrid and green open access archiving, you can just go. Then you can just tell people that APC charges, and there are some various models of agreement. So you can just use this platform. And then you have to make people aware that predatory journals, like as I said, think, check, submit. So how to identify fake journals, because some journals are putting fake impact factor, fake things. So you, as a librarian, you have to help them to identify correct journals to publish their research. So this is our role. Then author workshop, or writing center workshop, research methodology workshop you can conduct. Then how to write a paper. IEEE, if I don't know, some engineering librarians are there, but IEEE people are also taking such workshops, or we should take initiative how to write a workshop, how to do these things, open access publishing and scientific writing. So we can just help them for this thing. Plagiarism is already, we are doing with Turnitin and other software is already given to the librarians, so that we can do. And these are some best practices. So I think this is the end of my session, and just we'll take question answer. Whatever questions you have, then I will just stop this now. Oh, I can see a lot of messages in the. Okay, so thank you. I can see that a lot of messages are here. So I'm really thanks that you like this lecture. And because a lot of links I have given here. And sir will provide the PPT copy. So after my session, you can go and explore the links, and you can use that links, and you just any queries there, you can just drop a mail or like that. So session video, I don't know, I think they are recording. Recording is on, so they can share. So thank you. And any questions here? You can just unmute yourself and ask questions, no problem. Any questions from your side?
Madam, myself, Dr. Ganeshwar.
Okay, yes.
Writing an article by applying the bibliometric method, so that it depends on only past papers reviews. These kind of a database will be available in this website?
No. No. On DOAJ, that type of database is not available. Okay. So what you want to do? Diplomatic review means what you want to do?
Which means whatever studies have been done in the past, many articles.
Okay. You so then you use that Google Scholar you use, and I think I will show you. If you go on a Google Scholar, and there is a time period or particular period. Okay, I'll just share my screen again. You have to use Google Scholar.
Okay, madam.
Okay, can you see this now?
Yeah.
Suppose, as I said, I'm doing Open Access Asia and I'm doing this study. Now there is a custom range. If you want to see the paper, I want to see the paper which are published from year 2015 to 2016. Okay. So I like that I can set a range, and you can see now I will get the paper which are published in year 2016. So like this, you can go backdated also, 1990. In 95. Okay. So now I will get, so you will get
in the Scopus and Scopus database and Web of Science. If you are searching with any keywords, that database will become in Excel format. Article name, authors, when, what is title.
Yeah. You are downloading the list. But here you can get the article. Plus here you can get the PDF. Suppose this is not available. But now you know from 1995, so this paper you can get from Sci-Hub also. I'm not promoting Sci-Hub here because we are from like underdeveloped countries, so we have very much limitations. But some old paper you can get full paper, you can also read those paper here. Also here you can make a alert. You can just make an alert, and you can put our alert, create an alert, and type your name, and whatever your subject area, it will come on your email.
Okay.
So this facility is available on this one. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any question more? Thank you.
Should we proceed with the vote of thanks?
Yeah, if no questions are there, then it's okay.
Okay, so thank you, ma'am, for this wonderful and informative session. Now I'd like to invite Professor Dinesh Panchal to come and proceed with the word of thanks. So Professor, that is Dr. Dinesh Panchal sir, is a retired professor from the Department of Psychology at Gujarat University. Currently, he holds the position of Dean of Research and Director of the Internal Quality Assurance Cell at Lakulish Yoga University. He earned his PhD degree from Sardar Patel University, Vallabh Vidyanagar, with a teaching experience spanning 34 years at both the undergraduate and PG levels. Professor Panchal has made significant contributions to academia. He has an impulsive publication record with over 50 research papers published in various reputed journals. Furthermore, Professor Panchal's mentorship has been invaluable to the academic community. He has successfully guided 43 PhD scholars who obtained their degrees under his expert supervision. And in recognition of his outstanding teaching abilities and contributions to education, Professor Panchal was honored with the Best Teacher Award in 2015 by Gandhinagar Panchal Parivar. So I'd like to hand over the platform to Dr. Panchal.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Mr. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with immense pleasure and that gratitude that I am stand before you today to extend my heartfelt thanks to all those who have contributed to the success of this webinar on open access and best practice in scholarly communication. Without your support and encouragement, this event would not have been possible. First and foremost, I would like to express my deepest appreciation to our esteemed provost, Professor Prasant Dave, for his unwavering support and encouragement throughout this journey. I extended my sincere thanks to Major Shilpa Yudhishthir, the University Registrar, for granting us the permission and resource to organize this significant event. Your cooperation has been pivotal in ensuring its success. Dr. Jornissa Yornedova, I cannot thank you enough for securing the approval from your university directors in such a short period. Your swift action and dedication have been truly remarkable. Especial word of thanks goes to the University of Nation and World Economy for collaboration with on this endeavor. Your partnership has added immense value to this webinar. Dr. Vishali Danvate, your expertise and insight on open access and scholarly communication were truly enlightening. We are grateful for your willingness to share your vast knowledge with us. To all our participants, I extend my heartfelt gratitude. Your overwhelming response with more than 465 registrations in just 3 days is a testament to the importance of this topic and the success of our efforts. I want to acknowledge Mr. Shivam Tripathi, the Assistant Registrar of our university and coordinator of IPSC, for taking the initiative and responsibility to organize this program. Your dedication and hard work have made this webinar possible. His vision has been instrumental in making this webinar a reality. A special thanks goes to the Mr. Muskan Tahil for her excellent hosting for his program. Your skills as a host added a touch of professional and warmth to the event. Last but not least, I want to express my gratitude to all the organizers involved in putting this program together. Your tireless efforts and meticulous planning have made this webinar a resounding success. As we conclude this event, I am filled with optimism and hope for the future. Let us continue to work together to promote open access and scholarly communication for the greater benefit of the academic community. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you. So, can I leave? Yeah. Thank you. So recording, I think organizer will share with you any information you want. You can just search my name and my college website or DOAJ website. My details are there. You can just drop me a mail. I'm happy to help you. So thank you once again for university for giving me opportunity. And it's really nice because with university, this is I think second session I'm doing, and you are getting huge response of the participants. Yeah. And different parts of the country. So that is really nice.
Thank you so much. ma'am,
Thank
for
you, Shyam
sharing
sir.
your insight.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
sir.
you, Salima. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.